We all love hot hatchbacks, and we all know that over the years the French have made some of the very best. But this contest between the new £21,000 Renault Sport Clio 220 Trophy and Peugeot Sport's similarly priced and powered 208 GTI, well, it looks like it should be an absolute belter, because we genuinely had no idea which would go quickest. So Peugeot first, let's find out.
Do you know, I'm genuinely not sure which of these two is going to be the quickest. You'd think the Renault should be, because it's got that much more power, but the little Peugeot, okay, it's only got 205 horsepower rather than 217, but it weighs a bit less, and it's got a little bit more torque than the Renault. And those two things are just so important around tracks. I've got a funny feeling that the Peugeot might just cause a little bit of an upset here. It feels good as well. It's got this diff at the front which just sticks the front end pretty much where you want it to be. I mean, it still ain't no classic GTI, but anyway, our lap starts. Oh, it's got to try and be nice and neat through there, which it is, sort of. Yeah, not bad, not bad. The front end is hanging on gamely. Pretty quick down the straight, the Peugeot. I mean, it doesn't absolutely tear down this back straight, but it's... Gosh, I thought I'd bitten off a little bit more than I could chew there, but actually it worked for it quite well. Goodness me, a little bit of lift off oversteer in a Peugeot GTI. We like that. Obviously, I've got the traction and everything turned off. What's the time? Wow. I like the little Peugeot. I mean, it's not absolutely setting my hair on fire, but it's a lot better than they used to be, and it's pretty fast as well. Okay, next, the Renault. Will it beat the Peugeot, or will it be beaten by the Peugeot?
That's a pretty hot time from the 208 GTI. But then on paper, the Clio Trophy might just have enough firepower to beat it. Maybe.
So can the Clio beat the Peugeot? It kind of should do. I mean, it's got this dual clutch gearbox, it's got more power. It kind of feels like a more serious piece of kit the moment you climb into it. Surely the Renault's going to beat the Peugeot. Surely it is. Stops really nicely. Obviously I've got everything switched off in it. So no ESP, no help from anything. Still feels a little bit rubbery, but anyway, our first flying lap in the Renault starts. Oh, stops nicely. That beep is the upshift beep. Which sounds pretty intrusive, to be honest, but yeah, it feels quite sorted, the Renault. Pretty fast down the back straight. I don't think there's much in it though, to be honest, and in terms of straight line speed, it's just that little extra bit of crispness that the Renault has got in the corners. Still don't like the gear change on it though. It's kind of oddly not mechanical in feel. But anyway, let's see what the Renault has done. How close is that? 1/10 of 1 second after 49 seconds. There's not much of a gap. But the Renault, I don't know. The Renault definitely feels that little bit sharper. I don't think there's anything in it at all down the straights. I don't really think there's anything in it under brakes either. But it's just the kind of way that the Renault puts its power down that little bit neater on the way out of corners, and maybe just feels that little bit more composed when you're in the middle of the corner, which just allows you to be that much more confident with the throttle on the way out of corners. But I mean, 1/10 of a second, it's pretty close. They're both pretty good cars, these. The Renault is miles better than it. than it was not that long ago in this, guys. And the Peugeot, at last, feels like it deserves a GTI badge. Good little test.
Click on the video windows to watch a track battle between the Honda Civic Type R and its main rivals, or watch a first drive of the new Audi RS3. Click on the play icon to watch our latest video, and on our logo to subscribe to our channel.